All right, good evening, everybody. My name is Tom Vendetti, and I am substituting for Craig Dalton, who is ill tonight. And the beginning of our meeting is 6:31. Okay, let's have a call of those members who are here tonight. First, Tom Vendetti is present.
Linda Ragasta.
Jim McKenna.
John Bartlett.
And Brad.
Okay, and absent Lynn Carrero and Craig Dalton. Okay, great. So we have a good number of people here. We'll begin first with a review of the minutes of the previous meeting.
Question, not regarding the minutes themselves, fine. The civil grade, Civil War restoration photos, are any of those available from Patrol? That was it.
Jim, were you ever?
I was,
Oh,
I was, and I gave the stick with the converted file formats to Craig,
Okay,
so he does have that.
Right, and Craig gave it to me,
Oh, okay,
and there are only the tabletop tombs are there, not none of the Civil War tombs are there, gravestones are there. So he is.
So he did tell me that when I got them.
Oh, good.
We do have the initial photos from the damage for all the 13 stones, so we need to go back and take pictures of all the repaired ones now.
Right, Craig just told me that those tabletop ones that were done on the side of the meeting house,
Yep.
those are there. So,
Yep.
so we will see about the other ones.
and part of my questions for the book and that section on OBG restoration.
Of course, it would be nice to see some of them.
so only the tabletops were, tabletop graves were photographed. But what was missing? The
Civil War graves, there's 14 of them
yeah,
in the old burying ground.
13 of the original damaged ones, because the 14th was missing. They dug up and found it.
Or was there a 15?
No, the 14th was. Remember the 14th was pretty much, it just had the base and then they found it underneath.
They found it.
Yeah, so.
That has been repaired.
Yes, so that has
Yeah.
been repaired. So there'll be 14 that we take pictures of now, but I think they only had 13 of damage.
Right.
so John, you'll be following up to get those photos
I'll
as
go
well?
and take them, yes.
Okay.
He said he gave me the drive to him. Must have left it like in the car. Nope, there it is.
Oh, you're better than I had a flash drive with mine. You know, it's all ready for tonight and I left it at home.
I wonder who this should be given to, or whether they'll supply another flash drive.
Why don't I take it for now? So we're going full
Right.
circle here. And I'll at least see if we can get this stored digitally somewhere on the town website.
Sure.
And if not, I'll keep it on the personal computer, but I don't want this to be the only thing
Mhm.
that has those, because that's easy to misplace.
Motion to approve the minutes. So
Sure. Has everybody had a chance to read the minutes? Okay, we have a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ready to move on to the next? Okay, the paying of bills. Craig gave this to me today, and it is a bill for NAPC dues, which we take every year, and it has gone up a little bit. It's $150 now, but every year we do, okay, we do pay and belong to this group, so, are there any questions about, these dues? I have to, send this into the finance committee.
I just wanna, for my own sake, NAPC, that's the one that we talked about that provides like the webinars and
Exactly.
all of that stuff. Yeah.
Yep. National Alliance of Preservation Commission.
So is there we wanted to go look at it, and do you need a login or anything as a member?
They, Craig, sends a blast out to everybody that something is
okay.
coming up,
Okay,
and you can do it or not. And the last couple of years, I haven't been able to do anything because we've been working so hard on other issues. But Craig swears by them, and he's well informed, I think, and partially because of them. So I think it's a worthwhile resource. Does everybody agree that we should do this? Well, I'm going to send this paper around, and it requires a signature of everybody in order to pay the bill. Oh, thank you very much. Okay, and the next on the agenda will be the update. Oh, wait a minute, the mail, and there is no mail.
Just a process question. We don't need to have a formal motion to pay those. It's okay, we just sign, that's enough to pay that.
I don't know. So why don't we cover both bases?
We can ask Craig, because he's on.
Hun?
We can
Oh,
ask Craig, he's on.
Craig's here.
Oh, hey,
Hey,
Craig.
Craig.
Doesn't he
Hi,
looks very
guys.
good? Well, why don't we cover all bases and
Do a
simply
motion.
can I hear a motion to accept this, pay this bill?
I make a motion that we pay the bill for the subscription.
Second.
Okay, thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, well, thank you very much. Now, coming to mail, there was no mail in the mailbox. And so I think we can move on to number 4, which is an update of the 300th book project.
I can start quickly. We're into the 6th section of 11, and trying to ramp up our speed a little bit and really be planning ahead the other sections, but coming together really, really well, and some sponsorships rolling in too. So we're ongoing.
Could I ask, when you say into, is that like, you know, doing all the layout and the typesetting and all that stuff? You've already got the content?
Yeah, content's pretty much set to that section, not all, but it's starting to go through finishing editing to the designer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And things do come up. All of a sudden we realize, hey, we should really say something about this or that. And then we race to see if we can find some good resources. And it's a lot of fun, but it's enormous work. And I can tell you that our prime director is, he's eating and breathing this project. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
So it's huge work.
Solid, like the four
Yeah.
members and
Yeah.
excellent
The things you
volunteers.
put on Facebook are really good, in the All Things Kingston, the little,
Sure.
Yep.
find more in the 300, those are really good.
And
I think it's good to keep them coming.
Appreciate it. Yeah, we need to have
Keep
more. of this. Some
people's
of the-
attention
Yeah.
that's, a big deal.
and the book will be not only informative, but it will be beautiful. And there'll be a lot of surprises in there because we're digging up some information that I don't think has really, I've seen published before. So that's a lot of fun. And we're coming right up to the present time, because yesterday is history, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So many people who are living today, working today, contributing today to the town, are actually historic figures. So,
Yeah. Great.
I think it'll be very interesting to people. We are trying to raise money, get contributions from people, and we also have right now a matching grant. So if anybody here on the Historical Commission would like to donate money to this cause to help us put this thing together, it's enormously expensive. I'm the treasurer. I know I'm the one who stays up at night going, am I going to be able to pay this bill? But we do have this matching grant. So if someone gives $100, it's giving $200.
So how do you access that?
What you would do is simply write a letter to me, send it to me in an envelope, and it would be 300th book
Okay.
incorporated or Inc. And
Well, Kingston 300.
oh, right, Kingston 300 book Inc. Yeah.
So it's,
That'd probably be good to put on Facebook. That's how people find out what's going on in town.
That's
And
true,
I know
true.
not everybody's on Facebook, but it's a lot of people see that stuff.
Yeah.
Kingston 300th.
Right. Kingston 300
Book
book
Inc.
Inc.
No, well, Kingston 300 Incorporated.
Oh,
All right.
Kingston
Comma
300.
Incorporated.
All right. See, I'm the treasurer and I don't even know what the corporation is called, but
And no TH, just 300.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you would send it to my address. So I'm the treasurer and I take care of all the banking. And I do the deposits and I do the withdrawals and we have monthly meetings going over the my accounting. So
Where does the match come from? Who's giving the match?
There's a private
Oh, okay.
charitable
Like an
fund that,
anonymous fund or
well,
something?
I mean, I will say as a member of Jones River Village Historical Society, who's
Okay.
a trustee of this fund, and he's through his generosity.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful.
We hope it'll continue for a little longer.
it makes a great deal of difference. It has helped us out a
All the more
lot
reason
this
to
spring.
promote it.
It really does.
This is now the third meeting where we've talked about it, and I have to remember to send a check. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
me
just.
too.
put
Oh, no,
Nothing in here, but every time I go home and I'm.
Yeah. I'm just beating the drum all the time.
No, it's good.
That's-
'Cause clearly it takes
Yeah.
me
Well, thank you.
a number of beats
Yeah,
of the
we
drum
write down
before I
your
get it.
address.
Yep.
Do we got copies of this some point?
Anything else about 300th book project?
That's probably
Yeah.
great for now,
Yeah.
because
Oh, there's one other thing you should know. We're hoping to get this to the printer end of September or into October. And we're gonna have these books ready, we hope, certainly before Christmas. So it'll be a lot of fun when they come out. I'll tell you, it's going to be beautiful. Every time I look at another chapter, it's like, oh my God. It's going to be unlike anything you've seen about Kingston history anyway. It's going to be real nice.
Is it, the 6 out of 11 sections, are the sections, based on time intervals or how are you
there's some
organizing?
preceding sections that are more topical thematic, but the key sections, 3 centuries
Yeah.
are in order.
Yeah.
Seen the full generations of service section?
Not
I'll
the,
send
not
you.
the full section. no.
Okay, it's just about
It's
final sign off, but
very nice.
Linda and the working group have seen it.
Yeah, it's
But
terrific.
Okay, so we'll move on to section 5, which is the update on the 300th anniversary committee.
Okay, so I don't have a full update from the committee because unfortunately on the last meeting, there was a Zoom outage, we had to cancel it. So we didn't have that meeting, but we do have some stuff coming up. We have at least 3 more new members joining the committee within the next month. We also have many other members joining the working groups, so things are progressing and moving forward. Hopefully we will hopefully do it by June, but hopefully by July, we will have a calendar with pretty much all the dates down and events of what we're gonna do. On top of that, we're really gonna be pushing our merchandise sales this summer. We're gonna be trying to get volunteers to hit all of the Kingston events. like the farmer's market, the movie nights, the music nights down Grays Beach, things like that. So if anybody's interested in purchasing 300 merchandise, shirts, we have pajama pants, sweatshirts, and hats. We'll be around down doing that.
I know that the First Parish Church has its yard sale coming up. And as a nonprofit, I don't have the data. I'm going to, I have to give you information about GAR.
Yep.
So why don't I write, that I'll contact you with the date.
Sure.
And as a nonprofit, they ought to let you have a little table there free of charge. So I'm certainly, that would be able to work out. And I'll send you the GAR info also.
Thank you.
Okay, you bet. All right. And what we'd like to know, and I've thought about over time, is the Kingston Historical Commission. Is there any way that somehow we can be engaged in what's going on? I don't know what exactly. I just have no idea how we could help you, because right now we're writing this darn book, which is taking all of our time. But I'm wondering whether in some way, who knows, maybe when the book is out, maybe we can have some kind of event or something like that, which would include, you know.
So, I definitely, would love to have the historical commission involved, and that's why I'm the representative to the committee for that.
Sure.
But, some of the things I can think of offhand is we want to do an event on the night that is actually our anniversary. I believe it's June 16th. I believe it's a Tuesday. So it's kind of odd. You really can't do something during the work week during the day, but if we can do something at night, maybe that, we can involve the historical commission to do something with that.
Yes.
And there's a couple other events. I know, it's more you, but we can involve the historical commission as well with the, historic, graveyard tours.
Oh, yes,
One
of
our
course.
working group
Oh,
has-
yes.
Has the house tours as well, so.
Yeah, yeah.
Those are some of the brief things I can think of that the historical commission can be involved with, but we're gonna have, plenty of other stuff. And a lot of volunteers, like I said, I know you're gonna be busy at least through the fall with this, but after that, we'll have plenty of other,
Yeah.
events and volunteer needs and everything.
When is your next meeting of the,
It is next Wednesday.
maybe I could come on down and talk to you about the tours, for example.
Yes.
How many, what you would like to see happen, things like that.
Great, yes.
Okay. That's next Wednesday. Okay, great.
5:15.
And hopefully at the Bradford House, through the society, there'll be some special event,
Some events as well.
reenactors, we've heard,
Oh, yeah,
and Chuck is docent giving tours or something, but.
yeah.
Just on a side note, the Memorial Day Parade, at the town cookout afterwards, there'll be a table with the Daughters of the American Revolution. I didn't realize
Oh,
that they were,
great.
I didn't realize they were still around. I
Yeah.
thought that had disbanded, so, my plan was hoping to talk to them, to see if they have reenactors and stuff like that we could possibly use. But
Yes.
also, we can probably use them for some of our, Revolutionary War history.
Absolutely.
That is one other thing that I do need the historical commission's help with. One thing we do not have in town is a memorial for the revolution. And I figured that maybe our 300th anniversary would be a great date to do that. Speaking with the veterans agent, the VA and some of the other veterans agents, the national veterans agents have grants for memorials.
Yeah.
So I'm planning to look into that, and I would like to get a memorial done. Someone suggested putting it on the town green, because it's right in front of the cemetery with the where most of our revolutionary veterans are buried. But if that's not a plausible thing, then possibly in the old burial ground itself, in the back where the veterans are. I know it's not front and center, but that is a veterans area, and that's where all of our most of our revolutionary vets are. So just a couple locations I thought of briefly.
Yeah. There's a lot of things I have in my mind that ought to be thought about for the 300th. In any event, we're
It all
going,
takes volunteers. It's been hard to get some, but they're starting to come around now.
some of them are very simple. But I should say that we're going to have a program of, I guess you'd call them lectures during 2026. And perhaps that could be part of your calendar, you know?
It will be, yes.
Right.
Yep.
So, that'll probably be either at Sampson Hall or it'll be over at the Adams Library, right? So, we'll decide how that's going to work, but I think that'll be very interesting for people. We have all kinds of topics we're dealing with, so. Well, that's very exciting, the idea of a memorial of Revolutionary War patriots, not just the soldiers. We have also patriots who risked everything, you know, like William Seaver, everything. You know? All right, well. Thank you.
Grants are out there to help do that.
And that, yes. Yep.
Okay, well, thank you so much. And next is the old burying ground updates, tree removal, inspection, and so on. And Craig is the master of the tree removal. And he did contact me on the phone and said, even though he may not be present at this meeting or maybe even the next meeting, that he would be willing to kind of supervise it from afar. He'll know what's going on when it's happening, and I'm sure you can assign us, Craig, to if you need somebody up there to watch something, we can figure that out too and give you reports and let you know what's happening.
Well, thanks you guys for coming in. A couple things, quick things, but the tree removal passed the town meeting. There weren't any problems with it this time, so we have 65,000 to work with. I'm gonna get the RFP written up, talk to Fisher about the process for that as far as bid versus RFP, but I think we're gonna try an RFP and try to get some people, at least one or two. I know we get one bid under 65, see if we can get a couple. So that's I'm gonna be working on while I'm in here. The other thing was just to remind you, everybody, to sign the bill tonight. Yeah, bill payable form that you had there, Tom. And then a reminder, I asked Tom to mention you, John, too. The disc for the pictures had pictures of the box graves only on it. And okay, so I didn't know if they took before pictures of cleaning the other graves.
No, and when I brought that disc, I did say that. He told me it was only the box graves. I have 13 of the 14 original pictures of the damage. The 14th was missing, they found it. So I need to go back and take pictures of all the ones that have been repaired, and then we'll have a complete set of everything.
So you have the before on those other ones, then, is that right?
I do, yes.
Okay, good. We'd like to get them all together, so.
Yep.
All right,
I do.
and the other thing was that
Thank you.
I mentioned to you, too, John, I think on an email about cleaning products.
Yes.
We've got after the 150 for the membership, we've got about 850 in the count right now for this year, and we should be spending it pretty quickly. The thing that I can see coming up that might cost us some is advertising, maybe for the work in the old burying ground. That probably should be a couple $100 on there for that, but I don't know what you have to you know, how much that stuff costs or what we need to do. But I'm going to leave it to you guys to kind of decide tonight what you want to get, and we should buy it while we can with this year's budget. So I'll leave it.
Crick, can I ask, on this year's budget, did we get that resolved? Are we at 1,000 or 250, or where are we?
Yeah, they brought it back to the original 1,000. So,
Okay.
let's see. Yeah, and they've split it up. I mean, we've got close to 1,000 in there, but you take out the 150 we just spent and maybe a couple hundred for the other thing. We can purchase, you know, $500-600 worth of supplies. It's enough, I think, safely enough.
I think we'll have to buy a sprayer too.
So
Craig.
I actually have
Oh,
that information.
great.
Yep. So the D2, very briefly, this is just one company, but they're all similar prices. For a 5-gallon, correction, the 5-gallon bucket, it's about $208. And then a kit, which includes a sprayer, a brush, 1 gallon jug and then 2 quart-size spray bottles, and a couple other smaller cleaning things. That is $101. So we could buy the 5 gallon jug to have it, and then we could buy 2 of these kits, which would include some more of the D2, but also multiple sprayers and brushes.
Mhm.
So, and that
Great.
would be approximately, 450.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had 208 for the 5 gallon bucket. And then
208 for the 5 gallon bucket,
And then the
and then
kit
for
was-
the, it is actually called Gravestone Cleaning Kit Master. And it's 101.34.
So the 5 gallon bucket has the D2 in it, is that right?
It's a D2 concentrate, and then you also, with these other kits, you also get another 1 gallon. And then you have, actually, sorry, it's not concentrate, it's just the straight chemical that you use. And then you also get 2 quart-size sprayers, and then another separate spray bottle that you can use for the 1 gallon or for the 5 gallon.
And I'm sorry, just, you got to 500 because you're thinking 2 5 gallon.
No, it'd be like 400 to like 425, it'll be in there, depending.
Isn't it 309, 208 and 101?
Oh, I was thinking of 2 kits, sorry.
2 kits, yeah, okay,
Yep.
yeah, sorry, yeah, gotcha.
So what would we end up with total, John, for what equipment then?
So it will give us, 1 5 gallon jug, 2 1 gallon jugs, 4 quart-size containers, 2 sprayers, 2 brushes, and some other miscellaneous, equipment.
So that would be like 7 gallons of liquid.
Yep.
Okay, and then you wanted to buy more of that. It was what? How would, was it, another 5 gallons or
Um,
200
well,
bucks?
you can buy it by the 5 gallon, but you can also get, let me see if they have it. You can buy a smaller kit, which is a 1 gallon and a 1 quart, and that's $62. If we needed just the chemicals themselves, if we didn't want to buy the 5 gallon.
And what about protective gear?
So the kits, come with rubber gloves. Yeah, that's it, rubber gloves, no eye protection or,
No problems.
yeah. From what I was told, eye protection is probably needed, but, you don't need to be in a Tyvek suit. But it doesn't hurt to wear rubber gloves.
Okay, well, you guys can divvy it up. I have to go, but you know, 500 to 600 bucks should be able to spend on this stuff here. And I guess we're gonna need an invoice, and we're gonna have to meet to pay it, to agree to pay it, so we can get the money out to them once we get the stuff. But and this company, will they accept? Do we have to you know, say, can they invoice us for the stuff once we get it, or how does that work?
I just did a couple checks with some online, so I'll check and see which one. The one that was recommended to me, they didn't have the prices online. That's, I think it's Vermont Granite Supply. But this one is, Cemetery Preservation Supply. But I would assume they deal with municipal cemeteries, so I'm sure they could probably, get us a,
To bill us.
yeah.
And how close
I'll
are
make
they?
some
I
phone
mean,
calls.
would they be delivered, or do we have to pick it up, or what?
It's delivery, so I don't know if there's a delivery charge either. I have to, check on that when I actually. Well, and actually going down further, there are more different packages we can get, with different amounts, so it doesn't hold us to buying just a 5 gallon.
All right, well, if you want to put that together and, well, I could say $500 to $600 total for everything we need, then, write it up and we will, we'll have to get together again just to vote on it. I tell you what, you may be able to go ahead and, might be able to just go ahead and, approve an expenditure. But we don't have anything to sign yet anyway, so we'd still have to get together to sign it.
Yep.
So, but, why don't we do that? Let's plan on, tonight, we'll go ahead and have a motion to plan on spending up to $600 on this cleaning equipment, subject to availability. And then once we get the equipment, the invoice, we'll write it up, and then you guys can come in and sign it in the townhouse. We'll leave it in the mailbox, something like that.
Okay.
That sound good?
Yeah.
You like that
All
idea?
right.
Okay, so shall I make a motion to
Yeah,
set aside up to $300, up to $600 for supplies to clean gravestones in the old burying ground?
yes. Yep. Make that motion.
I made the motion.
Yeah, I did a second.
Okay, all those in favor?
I,
All right.
I will,
Okay, and John, you'll keep in touch with me on that, would you?
yes, I will let you know. But even if we get this up soon, I would say we hold off till the trees come down before we
Agreed.
do that.
Oh, yeah, yeah. No, it's
Yeah.
just to spend for this fiscal year, so.
Down to the year, yes, yep,
Right.
okay.
Now,
All right, I'm
from
gonna
what I
say goodnight.
understand,
I gotta say goodnight to you guys, okay? Sorry. But thanks for coming. Appreciate you filling in. Thanks, Tom.
here
Take
now,
care.
Thanks, Craig.
we expect you at the next meeting now.
Well, we'll see when the next meeting is, I guess, right?
I know. Take care,
Good night.
Greg.
right,
Yeah, good night. The good thing about this stuff is you spray it on and you just go away.
Hmm.
And you come back and take a look at it, see what it's like. Sometimes you need a second coating, a little brushing, but it's really, it's good stuff. And even now I can see graves that have been done, especially the tabletop graves that are beginning to get a little dark.
And they
Like
told
the
us they have
Seabird
to do
tomb.
them again every couple of years. or
They
something.
do.
Does it look natural still? Like, you know, sometimes with like cleaning products, I don't know, it almost makes it look, I'm not thinking graves, but other things, makes it look too clean, you know, kind of.
In a
takes the
way,
patina out and stuff.
yeah, the marble looks very white.
Yeah, yeah.
And the gray tends to look a whitish gray rather
Yeah.
than a gray. But look, we can, don't forget, these weathered. And so we're looking at old weathered stones. And
Right.
maybe when they were new, they didn't look quite
Right,
as dark.
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. Some more information about the old burying ground. I went up this week and I checked all the Revolutionary War graves. It's 45 of them. There are 50 supposedly veterans of the Revolutionary War buried, but only 45 have been uncovered. I checked them for markers and whether the flags were intact. And so the 45 have markers. Some of them I had to replace, but they're okay. And I replaced some of the flags. And I did the 14 Civil War graves
So
also.
Boy Scouts should actually be in there tonight, replacing all the flags.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Yep.
In any event, so everything is all set. The scouts can go, if they go in, they can take a look and see what they think. But they all certainly have the markers there. The condition of the graveyard itself is not particularly good. I don't think anybody's been in there cleaning up the graveyard yet.
Were you also the person that inquired about the cleaning? Because someone inquired with the veterans agent as well about the cleaning. Who did that?
Really?
And I informed him it's the town. So,
Okay.
Yeah, so she was gonna let that person know.
Okay.
You're not the only one that's made that comment.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I did talk to the veterans agent about it too.
okay.
Oh, by the way, one Revolutionary War grave had not been cleaned, apparently. It slipped by Peleg Bradford.
Okay,
And we'll test out our new cleaning agent on Peleg right away. And it's a nice marble.
Okay.
As well. It's right near Bill Dad Washburn, so it's right
Yes.
near the church,
Yep.
right near the church. So it looks good. I was happy that all of our stones are there. They're all upright and I was able to find them all too, which is a miracle. My wife said, "Do you want me to come?" I said, "You don't want to do this." It's going to be
you should have it
frustrating.
memorized by now.
Pretty much. Well, we do pretty well. The Civil War,
Yeah.
we went over that together several times.
Yep.
Can I just go back for a second? I'm sorry. So we made the motion, we'll spend up to the 600, but John's gonna coordinate purchasing the cleaning supplies, and then once you have the price, we're going to all come into the townhouse and sign the approval to purchase it.
Yeah.
And then John will actually go and purchase it. Is that the way the process works?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
See
Right.
the kids out there now.
Do you see them?
Yeah, they're right there.
Oh, yep.
Okay, so, I guess we are now going on new business, are we? Yes. New business, Does anybody have new business? I know that you do.
We both sort of do, but I
Yeah.
can start
Why
off.
don't you go first?
You received, and Craig has a copy, which I'm sure can be distributed, from the Jones River watershed up at Forge Pond, in advance of the fish passage improvement project, which is gonna mean putting in a fish ladder at the pond. I think it's close to the old Forge Road area. But there was an archaeological reconnaissance survey done, just to kind of read through, are there any sensitive archaeological sites that might be impacted by the work that also involves dredging, and then putting in this fish ladder. And it's as archaeological reports are, it's sensitive that we wouldn't share, it needs to be redacted, like exactly when the most sensitive area or concern where it is, so that no one goes in there afterwards. But I actually talked with Pine today. I have the conclusions and recommendations, and she said if the commission wanted to, or we could just wait until how Craig would like to, but share that. But essentially, there's no main impact seen, except that in one area, which is between the old Forge Pond Road and old Lake Street, excuse me, and Lake Street is where there's evidence of there was an old tack and nail mills there, so it's industrial archaeological. It's not Native American stuff. That's not going to be impacted, those sites. But all they're recommending is that there be special monitoring when that area is being excavated, where the fish ladder will go in, essentially. Just have some eyes on it. So doesn't sound like a big deal, but it's of course of interest to us, with in that era, 18th and 19th century, there were forges, and the nail and tack mills or works were there. We actually have a little bit on that in the forthcoming book. But anyway, so that's the gist of it. And again, I maybe suggest we see what Craig would like to do next time, but the recommendations are here. It's a report, it's a public archaeology lab. We did a lot of work around town. It came in last month, April, to Jones River watershed. People in town, like conservation agent Matt Pinella, is involved, etc. So it's not like a big secret.
Yeah, the only thing that I would add is that the Public Archaeology Laboratory have designated both the post-contact and the pre-contact sites as high sensitivity areas. So they want us to be very careful about everything that is being done down there, and that the pre-contact Native American sites go back quite a way. There's different levels of actually going back further in history, so prehistory. So it's very interesting. Everything that you've spoken about is actually what I saw for the most part. I just got a copy of it yesterday. Craig doesn't really want to copy this information, but this is just from the abstract that I have down here. Yeah, and I got some interesting pictures from Pine, and that the water is not coming from Silver Lake, coming down into Forge Pond. It's dry because the rock den has been taking the water, and that's seriously impacting. I forget the name of the type of fish, but there's a type of fish that has gone up.
Yeah, herring.
And they're stuck.
The herring.
They can't get back out to the ocean. And
well, there's those, and then there's the ones that are coming up this year.
Yeah.
And they have nowhere to go.
They have nowhere.
Said they have video of it with hundreds of fish.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
swimming there, and they've got one place to go.
Yeah.
So all of the work that's being done to try to bring back the Jones River to its natural state, as natural as possible,
Yeah,
is really being thwarted by the fact that Brockman's taking too much water
yeah.
and that they're not taking it from their wells, as far as I understand.
Can't they
And
do
the
something
eel
about that?
population as well.
There's a
Yeah.
lawsuit,
Yeah.
going on right now.
The eels are a little better off in that they're able to get across dry areas. You know, they're somewhat more mobile.
Yeah.
But still, they are being impacted, yeah. And they are trying, so I'm on the Jones River Watershed Association as well, and you know, we are trying to hold Brockman accountable. There's a lot of politics, there's a lot of
Yeah,
grandfather clauses, and there's a lot of money involved with this. Essentially, you know, from what Pine has sleuthed out, Brockton essentially takes a lot of water from Silver Lake and then turns around and sells it to other
That's right.
municipalities. So it's kind of a bank for them. You know, they're not using it themselves. So it's very complicated, but the Watershed Association is trying to get some accountability.
we'll see.
Yeah.
That's great, you're on.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, it's very interesting.
Well, I have one fun thing to tell you about. At 200 Main Street, there is a house. It's right across the street from the Reverend Stacy's house, right near the point. The house is kind of back in behind some trees. You can kind of see it. It's an old home. Well, it's for sale. And it turns out that that's the Abiel Washburn house. And by the way, Jan was the one who alerted me to that at our meeting the other day.
How do you
She
spell
knows
that name?
everything. Abiel, Abial Washburn house. Now, that house originally was basically kind of up where Sampson Hall is, on that side, on the side of the street, further up Main Street, closer to the road. And Abiel was a carpenter, and he had a little store. Okay. It was built around 1808. Okay. Had his family there and decided to move. So he sold his house, he went and he moved to Akron, Ohio. The whole family went to Akron. He never came back. His daughter, Lorinda, went on a wagon train from Akron to Sacramento, California during the gold rush. Okay. She washed and mended clothes. Okay. Made money, never married, invested in property. And when she died in 1888, she was one of the wealthiest women in California. So it's an interesting story. The whole story is really cool. And she was a real character from what I found out. In her will, she wanted her body to be brought back to Kingston, where she was born, to Evergreen Cemetery, a monument to be built there, and her mother and her father and all of it's a monument to her mother, father, and all of her siblings, even though none of them are buried there. And her body is to be buried there above ground. So there's like a vault with just grass over it. And then this is beautiful monument. It's an evergreen. It's one of the prettier monuments.
That's a cool story.
It's a cool story, right? Well, the house was moved down to its present location. So I'm wondering if anybody here wants to go down. I'll be glad to call up the real estate agent and
take a
maybe
tour. That'd be cool.
let us take a walk through it.
Is that the one that had the estates sale a
Yes.
couple days ago?
Yeah.
Oh, really? It was?
There was a
Did you
Yeah,
go?
there was a
I did
big
not, but I've been in there for,
Oh, yeah.
with the fire department.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen a little bit of the house, not the whole thing.
Is it worthwhile visiting or is it pretty?
I think it would be if you could get in there, yeah.
Yeah.
There was some-
Just for interest sake,
Yeah.
you know? And
There was a huge tree out in front of that
Yeah.
house for a long time and then
Oh.
finally it was down. I mean, it would have been
Tree.
beautiful if it was
Yeah.
landscaped and the tree was there, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
that went a
Oh,
few
well.
years
That-
ago, a couple of years ago.
That wasn't the house that's on that tapestry, was it?
Yes.
Second move, was it?
on the,
Oh,
yeah,
Yes.
That's the house, right?
That's the house, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so when you talk about the
Yeah.
little,
yeah. And next door was his brother, Bildad
Yes.
Washburn.
okay,
When you can see him pounding the
Yep.
gravestones, you know?
And I think Tom and Jan noted, when you see that in the book, there's a little asterisk, the house was moved.
oh, good.
It was like
Yeah.
they.
It's so interesting, you know, to me anyway.
Her story is really.
Yeah, yeah. So,
In Marshfield,
So,
Kingston.
yeah,
That is amazing. I think like,
Teams
I
of
mean, you
oxen.
can do it now, but yeah, exactly.
I mean-
Just, and lifting it up, you know, like,
Houses, they were moved all over the place.
Yeah, yeah.
You see it all the time with these Massachusetts Historical Commission things that we have here.
Cribbing, slowly.
Yeah.
I understand it, but
Yeah,
slowly lift up. the
Yeah,
corners,
exactly.
you know,
Did they,
it's,
like, they didn't have the kind of jacks we have now, do they?
Don't forget, these were shipbuilders.
Yeah,
They could do
that's
stuff
true.
with levers and
Yeah.
pulleys and
Sure.
things, you know. And well, anyhow, so I'll call them up tomorrow and get a couple of dates and I'll let you folks know, and maybe we can go down and see it, you know. But I'll also, I'll email everybody at least the name of the realtor, you know. And if any of you have an interest, I just want to see the inside of Lorinda Washburn's house, that's all. For all it's worth. Is there any other additional things to be discussed here tonight? No? Anybody? I will entertain oh, first of all, we will meet next month. Is that satisfactory to everybody?
Yeah,
Second
June, second Wednesday is June 11th,
June
and
11th?
we would be in this one.
Okay, yep. Okay. Okay, Craig, I should tell you, I did see Craig today, and he gave me this paper for you to sign, and he was fine. He really looks pretty good, looked pale, but he's standing up, clear. Well, you saw him, clear as a bell. I have no idea what physical ailment he has, but he's been ill. And
You want to, close the meeting, get off the.
sure,
the Zoom?
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I will entertain a motion to
Make a motion to, adjourn the
adjourn.
meeting.
Second.
Yeah, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay.